inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, heart building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, roll with me now, we running well. Hey, nobody gang, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm like, lose it. Lose it. I might lose it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Chiefs going up against the Bengals. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I heard so much about the offense Marcus Mariota ran while he was at Oregon, about how people were just wide open, how he couldn't fail to hit them. But I always said the same thing. He sure as heck didn't miss them very often. Very accurate even on short throws.
Yeah, he can go short. He can go deep, obviously, but he's really good with that short passing game.
Dart thrower, very accurate. Receivers love him.
And that is incomplete. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Time running out here on the play clock. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 39 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
To throw is Mariota. Coleman has it here right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll throw again. Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he knocks it through. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And now here comes Kansas City. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And his kick is good. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Second down following the run.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Second down, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Following the interception here, Mariota over the middle, the catch by Coleman. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Finding time. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give them 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down following the incompletion. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Mariota, and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to launch this thing way down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Kenneth Acker. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Second down, Mariota. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On third down, Mariota. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Another pistol look here. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. To throw is Mariota. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 7 yards to go on second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to sling this deep downfield. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Mariota again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Johnson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Taking it about the 16, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time, and the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, 3 and out, still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He drops it off for Bernard, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line and give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Second down now after the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Room here to run. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And the fans probably thinking, wow, that's the first time Dalton and Green have connected here, and it's late. Where have they been?
And because they haven't been there, haven't been present, haven't done it often, your team is losing right now. It's vital that those two connect if they want to have a chance.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Dalton gives to Bernard. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Again, here's Bernard. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAnthony Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. On third down, Mariota. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Fairley in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Second down, Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Rashard Matthews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 24 that time. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
see if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has kept the defense so much on their heels. Got him looking at each.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Second down, Mariota. He goes underneath to Freeman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play clock winding down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Now, that was a pretty unconventional play call there on 3rd and goal. You hate to take a chance of something going wrong and turning the ball over. And now it's looking like they're going to have to settle for 3.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And that is incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and 4th down coming up.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
23 yards on the play. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Dancing to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals grab it. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. It's second down. Dalton looking to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Mariota now on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They run. Devontae Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he hits his man, Matthews. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First and 10 for Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And it'll be Dalton again. And Matthews has it right side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bengals a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This will be caught at about the 5. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, the flat-out run. You put that whole package together.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Here's Dalton, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Kansas City, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will head home next week to take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis.